Y'all know what it is. Attitude Era Podcast. We are in the building. What a Friday night. I'm not about to steal CM Punk's slogan, but doesn't it feel good to be alive on a Friday night wherever you're at? You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. Y'all know what it is. The guy to my left or my right, depending on how you're looking. That is your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you think your favorite wrestler is famous and he ain't got a picture with Gamage, promise you, he ain't as famous as you think he is. And y'all know what it is. The undisputed podcast champion of the world. Oh, he is I and I am him. The champion. They might it was no and me. Oh man. How you feeling, Gamaj? How you feeling on this Friday night?
I'm gonna just say this: for a go home show, it was better than Raw.
Yeah, I think they put an emphasis on it. I think WWE pulled some switches, did some things tonight that they felt like they had to do because they've had some this road to WrestleMania has been full of injuries, right? And so they've had to. Daddy Hunter, what up? We see you in the chat, man. It's always great to see you in the building. Um, hope everything is well with you. They've had to definitely make shifts on the fly with the things that are going on in the locker room with injuries. And I like the show, but tonight was more of all right, tomorrow night is the chamber. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Give us that feel. And I like that they stepped on the gas a little bit because Monday I felt like they took the foot off. Tonight,
Yeah,
you know, so I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. But where you want to start at? You want to start with and no, or you want to start, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Somebody being attacked, laid out flat on his face.
we could
Yeet.
get the tag match out the way.
Okay. Okay. Um, hey, tonight, you know what it is. The women's champions. I don't know what you want to call them. Rio, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley put the titles on the line tonight for our viewing pleasure against the Bougie Bully and as you know, Yam Yam Bigelow, as she's been called on this show, and Nia Jax, for those that don't know.
Yeah, and they
And
officially have a tag team name now.
oh, I didn't catch it. What was it?
The Irresistible Forces, and they got their own theme
I'm
song
mad at
too.
that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. The irresistible forces. They got it right. Because not only are they the irresistible forces, they are and me tag team champions of the WWE, the women's tag team champ. Right call, wrong call. Gamaj, tell me what you think. Let me know.
I'm not mad at it. I just think it confirms something that I already predicted. So with the Rhea being in the elimination chamber, I feel like them dropping the belts almost guarantees Rhea might win the chamber tomorrow.
Yikes, brother. I wasn't going that way, but the women's elimination chamber match is stacked. I will say that. I do think it's a good thing for the women to drop those titles. One, they've had them a while, and what they did with the women's tag division was really good. What I might see you in the chat. But one, make SmackDowns and Raws feel important. Title matches on Raw and SmackDown, I get it. Although I would prefer them on PLEs. If you're not going to give them to me on PLEs, well then whatever. Two, changing a title on the show adds to a little mystique, and this allows you to figure out what you're going to do with some of those women that you stacked in that tag team division. Because the team that beat them all was Rio, essentially. And if they are no longer champs, that frees those two up. That's two world championship contenders. It allows Naya and Lash to run amok.
Yeah.
I see you, Daddy Hunter, with the eye roll. You know, hey, listen, whatever you think about them, I can't agree with because no matter what, I love me some Nia Jax. She can do no wrong. Well, she could. But so come on, so you're saying you think Rhea tomorrow night is going to win the chamber, and tonight because she ate the pin tonight.
That's what I was gonna say. That was probably the only thing that surprised me that she ate the pin and Lash
Mm,
pinned her.
yes. I do like some thick women. Yes, yes, yes. The cakes. Mike McCullough, tell her about the cakes. We love the bakeries. I don't eat sweets, but I love me a good bakery. Um, I do think that Rhea losing is good because one, the Rhea Hogan thing, you get to say, yo, she just lost on SmackDown. You know, yo, she just so that's good. Um, it doesn't hurt Rhea in any way, shape, or form. I also think it helps Lash to look legitimate
Yeah.
because Lash out of those three has never been a singles champion. You know, I don't even remember her being champion in NXT. And then
No, I don't think so.
she had about three title matches when it was her and Jakara though.
Yeah.
They went against Bianca and Jade. They went against Alba Fire and Alba Fire, Dawn and Dawn, whatever, Dawn and whatever their name was. And then maybe there was one more. I might be wrong. It might have been two, but um, yeah, her eating that pin and the pin was smooth. It wasn't like a hurry up pinner. Hook the leg. She's cheating. She's got the panties hooked. You
Yeah.
know,
She did
no
her finisher, regular pin.
regular pin. And I was happy to see not 1,000 kickouts tonight. So really good for me. Really good for Lash and Nia Jax. They get to go back and watch the chamber tomorrow and kind of sit on their laurels. I do not like the fact there's only four matches. Is there four matches scheduled for tomorrow?
Uh, I think so.
I get it. Well, the two with two chamber matches that can get long. So not really, but um I would have liked to seen a fifth match in there. You know, I would have liked to see one. But hey, tomorrow night it is two chamber matches. What else is on there? There's
Um,
Becky and
Becky and AJ, Punk and Balor.
yes, Punk and Balor. So um the married couple is on the card. You know what I mean? The married couple is on the card. So we look forward to that. We look forward to that. Gamash, what else you want? Where do you want to go now? You want to talk about no yeet?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, I missed the very okay. The way my YouTube TV is set up, you know, was this did they show Jay's attacker?
No, they didn't. Nobody knows who did it.
Okay, I'm tired of this. And we're gonna get into all this mystery peoples and attacks. Tonight Jay Uso got laid out flat. I'm talking about put down for the count. So bad that he can't take place part in the chamber tomorrow, y'all. Now y'all know he just beat Bronson Reed and Americano Grande,
OG.
Cano Grande,
Yeah.
Americano
OG El
Bar.
Grande Americano.
Yeah, to qualify on Monday. And then all of a sudden, just when you think you know what the chamber is, boom, not no more. WWE switched it up. They took Jey Uso out. Nobody knows who did it. Nobody know. It's a mystery. WWE has a mystery problem. I don't know what else to say about this because why do we not know who took him out? Why is this a secret? We still haven't gotten the attacker on Jacob Fatu. They just keep saying Drew did it. Drew did it. Um, you know, but at the end of the day, they haven't said if Drew did it. And Drew's never confirmed that I did it. So I think WWE booking, but I mean, I guess they're like, well, who are we gonna have do it? And they just couldn't put um and they just couldn't put one thing to another. So I think they say, hey, don't show it, just show Jay laid out, and let's go ahead and start from there. What's your thoughts on that, Gamaj?
Throw the whole masked man thing away, like at this point. And then in a match earlier, it got worse.
Which one?
The main event, Jacob and
Oh,
Logan.
okay.
It
So let's
got
kind of tie
worse.
those. Let's try to tie those two together because you're right. You have Jacob Fatu versus Logan Paul, and tonight the mystery man shows up. We get an unveiling. Do I got a drum roll in here? Because Lord Jesus Christ. I don't know if it did it. I ain't hear nothing. Did it do it? Did they give you a drum roll?
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, okay, well they tripping. Whatever's going on is tripping. But I know this. Nobody knew who the masked man was. Almost like a crowd participant. I think they officially ended the masked man by making it somebody just to be random, and then let's just leave it there. Because now we can say the masked man was unmasked, he was apprehended, and then that's that's it. He's done. Um, because at the end of the day, I can't imagine I can't imagine these guys uh seriously going and thinking about that and saying, let's get a guy nobody knows to be the masked man. But you got so many issues with the vision and injuries. How do you call it, Gamaj? How you call being out here, you watching Raw, the masked man come or SmackDown, you watching SmackDown, masked man comes out. What we talking about? What was your thoughts when you seen this Logan Paul pull this guy's head up?
It just felt like they called an audible. Like like they were just done. Like we got to get rid of this.
Mm.
Because
I,
I
I,
don't
I,
know who it is. It's not. It's not like it's like an indie. He doesn't come off like an indie wrestler. They probably just hired for that spot. Like I don't. I don't know.
yeah, I think they could have did better. I mean, I don't know what they got going on with people. Like, I know there was the rumor of Grayson Waller, and people kind of figured out one week they. I mean, I feel like they'll just use wrestlers who weren't on the show, and then do whatever, right? And then when they unveil it, they'll unveil it. They have no Bad Bunny for Mania probably, so they're not going to do that. Um, they're kind of at a standstill. Austin Theory would have been a good one to kind of go at. Waller could have made sense. You could have made sense of it. Um, yeah, Mike, it should have been Waller. Just give Austin Theory something to do, like but having it be a no name was a sign to me that you're not going to see that masked man again. That tonight was the end of it. It died a dud. It died a dud, but not. I don't think WWE did that on accident. I think that was to purposely kill it off.
This is further proof the Vision team is a curse. Like just disband that shit or completely reboot it.
If you wanted, would you keep it going at all, or like when you say because you said reboot, and I kind of rock with you on that. Like, I think it could be done. I think I think there's a certain way it could be done, and there's some certain individuals that could make it work. Um, for me, recently this past week, Karrion Cross was doing an interview, and I guess Paul Heyman called him directly, and it was said in the interview that guy said, "Can I say that out loud?" And you know, he said, "Yeah." You had a car accident yes. Oh man. Hey, prayers the daddy hunter Ashley. Um man, that's Ooh, yikes! I hope everything is okay. We can talk offline. You know, I follow you and all that, so we can definitely talk offline if you need anything. Let us know.
Yeah, I
We
hope
could.
you're feeling better.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. We definitely want the chat to be in good health. So if you got some issues going on and you need good vibe, prayers, whatever it is that you may need, put in the chat, but don't spam the chat with some BS. You will be putting time out, or you'll be kicked when I see that BS. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got time to address it. But when it's something like that, we definitely we love our chat. Best chat on the internet. Uh, do you think, like, for me, I'm always gonna go with this. Ethan Page. Ethan Page should have got a call up. Ethan Page can cut promo, doesn't need a Paul Heyman. Ethan Page, even though he's in NXT, he ain't no rookie. He is no rookie. And with his ego and such, because he's NXT, you can kind of, I don't want to say make make him seem like a rookie, but you can kind of make him seem like he's rough around the edges and he's not as veteran as he is, right? And I would love to see Ethan Page with the brain of Heyman behind him, because in 6 months, Ethan could be somebody that they're gonna be like, damn, now we got to insert Braun. Damn, now we got to insert Bronson Reed. Okay, insert Seth Rollins. You know, and the ego can have great matches. Do you think they should have used a masked person? Could have been a person from NXT, and if so, who?
No, I think Ethan Page would have been perfect. I think at one point we spoke about that too.
Mm, I do believe so. You do you think anybody? I mean, I don't know. I think the roster gets kind of thin after the last three guys came up: Trick, Oba, and Javon. I do think Ethan should be up and not down there, because I think him and Ricky Saints, you know,
Oh yeah,
you can leave Ricky down there for another
yeah.
six months.
I think Ethan is ready. I think he's been ready for a while,
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
and he can easily be like a top heel in the company.
Yeah, I think so. Like when I even look at him against the mid tier guys like a Carmelo Hayes or an LA Knight or something, I don't think he looks outmatched. So I think if you look at the card, Ethan Page would have been great. And if he would have joined the division, Austin Theory, Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page is a great replacement to the original Seth Rollins, who's so egotistical. I got a feeling Sammy is the one who attacked Jay because there's only two people who got killed. Oh, Deshaun Howard dropping a. I like that. I like that. I got a feeling Sammy is the one who attacked Jay because only two people got kicked, and was Jacob and Cody, but Drew didn't kick Sammy, so that seems suspect.
Yeah, that's what Jacob said to Sammy also, telling him like you keep
Mm.
saying you got screwed, but you ain't get kicked. Me and Cody did.
Mm. Mm. I like it. Where we at with Sami Zayn? We saw Sami Zayn have that conversation with Jacob Fatu. We also saw Sami Zayn crash out. He was looking like one of Ti kids after all this. He was flipping tables and all that. Um, how we feel about Sami Zayn right now? Do you think he should have got the shot?
I'm gonna say no.
Hmm. No, 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 no. You can't just say no and mute your mic. You got to say no, and I need the why. You over here throwing out, you know what I'm saying, doggy treats,
No,
and I'm
no,
over
no,
here.
because like no, no, I did that because my
I need
background
the
was
whole kit and
no, my
caboodle. You know
background
what I
was
mean?
going crazy. But no, I say no because Sammy, because well, for one, he got it at the Rumble, he lost, had his had his shot in the triple threat, lost that, especially in a predicament where, like Jacob mentioned, it looked like Drew helped you. Out of everyone here who could say they've been screwed over by Drew, Drew, Drew never screwed you over. Even like in the earlier months, he never did.
Right.
So really, out of everybody there, you should be the last person complaining or feeling like you lost something out of it. And going back to what Cody told him, if you want to blame someone, blame yourself for not being in this match.
Mm.
Like if anything, these are recipes to making somebody heal. But I don't think they're gonna pull the plug on Sammy for that. If it does lead to a Sammy heel turn, I would be intrigued.
I think it could definitely lead to the Sammy heel turn. I like seeing the crash out. I like seeing him not talk about how he's the underdog and I gotta finish my story. Ever since Cody, people talk about finishing their stories. Take the word story out of people's scripts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
when
Sammy,
I hate when he apologizes. That's what bothers me.
yeah, I think Sammy heel turn slash Sammy just feeling like a little Drewish. I got screwed. I've been putting in work here. I've been putting on killer matches. I've been giving the best promo. I've been a part of the bloodline. I did all these things that you can never do. Don't tell me I don't deserve it. Don't tell me X, Y, and Z. Like, I think Sammy fits that mold. Low key, I ain't gonna hold you. The Canadian hobo is starting to grow on me. I'm not gonna hold you. The storytelling for his arc is not bad. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it, it's not bad. And it makes me go, and because we haven't gotten this version of him in WWE, hmm, hmm. The Canadian hobo has great matches. The Canadian hobo does great promo, and he does. There's other intangibles he can do, like when you go back to his bloodline work, and he was just making guys break character each week, or when the believability for Sami Zayn is there. There's certain aspects that he needs improvement on physique wise. Like he needs to do something to look like a champion. Drew looks like $1 million out there. He looks like he could beat your roster. Cody Cody looks good as champ. It fits him. Sammy, it doesn't fit him, and there's a couple of reasons. It's not just the physique; it's his face, it's his hair, it's him being unkept. You know, this ain't the '80s back in the day where guys had like bald spots, and you know what I'm saying, and the hair just went. Even them, they still had a look. Hogan's hair was always straight down with the bandana until the wrestling match started and he got sweaty, right? So
I mean, also back then they were also huge. Pause.
I mean, you said it, not me. Um, so yeah, if he had a different look, I think I look at Sammy as a transition, and I think he can make it happen. I think over the course of the next year, because next year Mania is in Saudi, I think they're gonna push for that. But the slow build to get us there is what's gonna make it legit or not. Because we have it's February. We have till next April. We got to go through Royal Rumble and War Games, SummerSlam, and Crown Jewel, and all these events. So I look forward to it. Aaron Teagle, what up? What up, my guy? We see you in the chat. He looks like a Timu Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, Mike McCullough. Mike, we're not doing a Timu Hacksaw. Hacksaw already looked like a Timu version of himself. Yet alone, somebody looking like a Timu version of him is wild. Absolutely insane. Um, so you better pray to God that you don't get this to Jay. So the thing about Jey Uso being taken out, I saw an interview with him today. I don't like to do Jey Uso slander. Y'all know why. Y'all know, you know what I mean? I'll save it for my shut the F up. Mm, I'll save it for my shut the F up. What else we had tonight? What else we had tonight? But back on Sami Zayn a little bit. Um, do you think we see Sammy's involvement tomorrow night in the
Uh,
potentially costing somebody, potentially why is Sami Zayn here? Getting attracting attention so someone gets pinned and then that starts a beef between, you know.
If Jacob had won the match and was part of the Elimination Chamber, I would have said yes.
Okay.
But because he's not, I don't see Sammy interfering in that. If anything, I just feel like it's gonna be Drew, and he's probably gonna do it to like either he's probably gonna do it to Cody. Like if it's Cody Orton final two, he's screwing over Cody.
Hmm. I think tomorrow's Chambers must watch TV, right? Because some of the things you just said with who he could potentially screw, I do think he shows up at the Elimination Chamber. I also think because this is going to set your WWE Championship matchup, right? Clearly, uh, there's going to be one winner though. So it looks like we're going to go into Mania with a one-on-one, and then someone's going to have to Rhea Ripley it. Remember, I think it was last year, maybe the year before. Rhea Ripley like forced her way into the championship match by just telling people she's going to do it. And Bianca was like, "She ain't won the Rumble. I won the Chamber. What
Yeah,
did she do?" Like, I think we get that effect a little bit here, or maybe they just straight one on one. If they one on one, I think it's Drew and Randy. I think it's just Drew and Randy. That's the best thing you can do. I think if you're gonna one on one, I don't think him and Logan can pack the house. I don't. I don't think him and anybody else in that chamber. L.A. Knight.
there's
I don't,
no,
I don't
there's
think that's
no.
gonna sell the tickets.
I'm not gonna say there's no interest in that, but there's not gonna be any believability. LA Knight beats Drew, so no one's gonna invest in that match.
Now, let me ask you this: you got Javon and Trick. Do you think one of them can bring enough excitement to move ticket sales or anything like that? Let's talk about it.
I mean, respectfully, no, and that's because they're new. But if you would told me gun in my head, pick one, I would say Trick Williams.
Trick Williams had that crowd rocking.
Dude, if the rumors is true, that they're contemplating on turning him babyface.
That's the dumbest thing. This is
They're contemplating it. And me personally, I don't agree with that. I say leave him alone.
I say this. I gotta say this with the belt on. Since WWE only likes to listen to their champions, let me say this with the championship belt. WWE needs to leave well enough alone. You don't even monitor your own situations and your own data. When you turn Jacob Fatu babyface, put a U.S. title on him, which we thought he could be a champion. We're talking about a main event guy. We thought he's gonna wrestle. He headline WrestleMania. Go back and watch when Jacob debuted and he beat up Cody, Randy, KO on his first night. Took him out through the table, flying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was around the ring. He had the highest acclaim. He wasn't talking. I love you so low. They ain't capitalizing on it, but it's okay. Now every week it's yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Um, they tried to turn him face and he got cold. He didn't. Whenever the WWE, whenever someone gets over organically, let them do what they do.
Yeah,
Let them cook. You touch Trick Williams right now. You didn't expect Trick Williams and them boys to be getting over like this, to be perfectly straight. I know you didn't. You didn't, because he was about to be squash material to the main eventers. But when he came out and the fresh, this is the problem that WWE does. You don't understand your fan base. You have a large black fan base, and I'm gonna say this. And with that black fan base is black women. I've seen go put in TikTok. If you think I'm bullshitting, go put it in TikTok. Trick Williams, dudes, all dudes are talking about he's over. It's the women talking about, oh my god, who is this? They think he fine as wine. You know what I'm saying? And then you got him doing the Vince McMahon thing that Vince never let people wear no all white. Vince had rules about that type of stuff. You
yeah.
don't He looks like $1 million every time he walk out. He just did an interview with two ladies on some talk show and killed it. Had them ladies tripping on their words, flirting. Trick Williams is their next heartthrob. Men like it because he be talking that ish. Let's talk about it. Then his theme is catchy. Get off the whip. I remember when he came on Randy Orton. Randy Orton was like hand over mouth, and he started bopping. His intro is a bop. I mean, there's nothing you can say negative. Now I will say I would not pull the trigger on him in the Elimination Chamber at this year's meet.
Yeah.
1-800 whoop that. Yo, deadbeat. That is fire.
Matter of fact, since we're on that topic, when LA Knight came out, when they were doing their promo exchange, LA Knight get in the crowd. You know, he does the whole LA Knight. Trick went over him, went whoop
Yes.
that Trick, and the crowd went crazy. The crowd started chanting that.
Yes. Yes.
Not a
One
lot
eight
of
hundred
people
whoop
can do
that.
that over an LA Knight promo. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's there. He's definitely there, and it's organic. WWE trying to be like, no, we need to do is change a babyface. If you want to do that, you got to talk to Trick Williams actually, and let him be like, is there some things you can kind of do to tweak your personality so you can get more over, and not over in the sense of like more fan base, but like we need you to be a babyface, but we don't want to start. You know what I mean? And he's new. You haven't even let him grow into full character yet. Put a title on him. Him versus Carmelo needs to be at Mania.
It does. Yeah, bro.
It just has to be.
It hasn't been 3 full months yet.
No. All that US Open challenge and then Brock, they got the Brock challenge. You could definitely slide Oba in there. And then you need to do Logan Paul and Javon Evans. They're both gonna be in the chamber for Mania. Your three new guys, upstarts, and Logan Paul is kind of an upstart too. I mean, he's the more experienced, but like technically speaking, he ain't got 50 matches. He ain't got 100. You know, um, he was always used for like high profile matches in the beginning. So him and Javon Evans definitely cooks. It puts a lot of eyes on Javon. He'll have a great match with Logan is athletic. There are two different types of athletic though. They're two, even though they're super athletic, they're two different types of athletic. Javon Evans has natural abilities that just he ain't got to train for him. He just born that way, and as long as he stays fit, he will have those abilities. As long as he stays uninjured, he will have those abilities. Logan has put in work to heighten his abilities. He's worked and trained his body to get higher jump squats and all. You know what I'm saying? So they're two different type of athletes, and that's not taken away from neither one of them, you know, because they're both phenomenal. But I think for Mania, you got to look in that direction. And the chamber is a good way to do it. Something about Javon gets pinned by Logan or urban abilities. Urban ability is crazy. Oh my god. His God-given ability. I have urban ability. It's crazy. I'm about to order some chicken wings. Y'all want some? I want some. Y'all want some? I want some. Y'all want some? I want some. Y'all ain't getting them. Um, but I think I think this chamber and Kevin Nash, put Kevin Nash's silhouette on that t-shirt.
Yo.
With the with the diesel joint with the handbrake. We'll know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because Kevin Nash did that, and that helped to get his popularity. Same way as Chelsea Green. You got Doc Hendricks talking crazy on Unreal. Now we're looking at Chelsea like Chelsea could get over easy. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, all press ain't good press. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. But I think tomorrow's chamber is going to be crazy. They need to capitalize on Trick's popularity. You got to go into Mania with it, with a title. Oba versus Brock. Brock issued a challenge. It'd be great to see Oba come out and answer that challenge. It'll be great to see Javon versus Logan Paul and start the seeds of that in the chamber. and it'll be great to see Trick go against Carmelo. There's history there. They did the qualifying match and they spoke on it, and he's got a title which he defended tonight.
Yeah.
Which he defended tonight. Um, you gotta stop them open challenges.
See, the issue is it's hard for them to. If it's someone who's a baby face, it's hard for them to stop doing those challenges. That's why someone heel needs to take that belt and just be like, it's Nick's for that. And Trick would be the perfect person to do that.
Yeah. Hey, Vinny, that Trick in the Bank is fire because Lil Scrappy's a big wrestling fan. I even saw him at WrestlePalooza. You know what I'm saying? And he got that song, Money in the Bank. Shorty, what you drink? I got money in the bank. Two-step with me, let me see how it go. Marcelago. Like, oh man. Trick, if they can, I mean, I'm sure Scrappy would charge him. Then there's a
I mean,
fee for
yeah,
using that song every time he uses it. But for Money in the Bank, if Trick Williams had a new theme and it was Money in the Bank, I got money in the bank. I wouldn't even do the Money in the Bank. I would just play it after he wins, like how Mankind had one theme coming in the ring, but when he wins, it was another one of piano. I would play that, or
yeah,
I would make a video montage of that for Trick Williams using that song and make it a highlight of his. You know what I'm saying? Like I would use that and catch cashing on that money because he's one of your hottest stars, and I don't want to say nothing crazy because I don't want to jinx nothing, but he's walking in the shadow of where The Rock was when he got really really hot. When he was still coming up and didn't hit The Rock status, but you've seen when he was still in the nation, like
yeah,
mimicking Ron Simmons and shit, and you seen this evolution, kind of like what the hell's going on with this guy. I like to hear him talk. I can't wait to see him again. He's he's cut from a mold like that. Um, Trick has got it. Trick has got it. For years they forced Roman down our throat. Here you got a guy who's natural. Boom. 6'5", 250. Let's talk about it. Oh my gosh, man. I can see that. I just don't think that Trick holding down the mid card when he's clearly got main event aura. Well, that'd be that's not a false statement that you made, but Stone Cold Steve Austin won the Intercontinental title and threw it in the river. Like they wanted to give him a belt and put a belt on him because they didn't have. They were trying to do his coronation at WrestleMania, and they were like, "This guy's white hot now. We got to do something." So they put a belt on him. They put him in the Intercontinental title picture. But he had gotten hot before that. Remember, he won King of the Ring and all that. So it could be done. Even if he's like, I don't even know why I got this belt. I'm gonna turn this belt inside out. Remember, everybody tried to be like John Cena, trying to wear their belt backwards and all this other
yeah,
stuff. He remember tried to do that with the TNA title. Just take the belt. I don't really like this belt, but it's a belt. And I'm coming to and this black on this white looks extra good because I'm gonna keep it black and white. What we talk, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And he just, you know what I mean? Like it's just little things you can do. Or maybe he's like, but sometimes I like to let y'all see this gold on this lemon pepper steppers. He got to get some yellow shoes. He has to get different shoes for what he's got. The lemon pepper steppers is fire, but it can't be every time out the gate. Every shoe is a lemon pepper stepper. It can't be. But when he wears his dress ups, y'all know I came out here lemon pepper stepping, and I ain't tripping, And he talked about Atlanta got the best wings last week or whatever. He got that promo, bro. Trick Williams can do no wrong right now. You know what I mean? It's just a shame that they're looking for other talent because this chicken hatched too early. They weren't counting on that one. They were like, we'll see what happens in like 2-3 years. These guys are really beat. But all of a sudden, those three, Javon is probably the weakest of the three because he doesn't do promo. He gets to talking, and you'd be like, he sound like a kid. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like he smacked Trick in the back of the head on the way to the ring. I wouldn't advise that because I don't want Trick to look like a bitch. And if that happens, I need him to put hands and feet on you, but I need you not to look like a bitch either and get beat up. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to go back and forth with the hands. You know what I mean? So I thought that whole thing was like out of place a little bit because he didn't fight him. He fought LA Knight into the back. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I just thought that was a little weird. No biggie. It didn't hurt nobody. It didn't take away. But I just thought that was a little weird. Oh man, what we got, Gamaj? What we talking about? We talking about Carmelo Hayes taking on Matt. Was it Matt Cardona? Is it Zach Ryder? Is it Zach
Looks like
Cardona?
he's been sticking with Matt Cardona, but it was a good match.
It was a good match. It was a good match. I think it's time for him to lose that belt to Trick and Trick only. If you're not going to do that, he don't need to lose that belt right now. I think Carmelo is doing a good job with it. However, he needs a storyline. He needs something for us to invest our hearts with the fan. So when other than he's finally getting his shine. Okay, that's great. Everybody's gonna finally get their shine. I need to be invested into he's overcoming odds, or he's beating this guy down, or he's tired of this guy almost costing him or cheap shotting him, or doing something to where I'm getting a match. And I need Carmelo to win. I need the investment. I need that investment.
Yeah, Melo and Trick you can easily build a story for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. We're gonna get on some fat boy shit, y'all. We're gonna order these wings. This is the masked man, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know who that
Worst
is.
revealing. Speaking of reveals, um, speaking of reveals, you know, we got our own reveal tomorrow. Let's not forget. Delivered to the Attitude Era podcast. What could it be? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but tomorrow, two boxes are getting open. One at the chamber. Then after the chamber, tune in here. We got our own box to open. You know, so I look forward to it tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, whenever the elimination chamber concludes. Tune in right here, tap in, and let's open that box. Let's open that box.
Yeah,
Gamaj, what else you got? What else? What's going on in the
I
brain of
mean,
Gamaj?
it wasn't. I mean, the rest of the show didn't really. You had Solo Sokoa and Uncle Howdy. They're still
Yeah,
going at it over the lamp.
yeah.
Mm.
I think that is a dead subject. I think you could have elimination chambered it and pick 3-3. Too far out for more games to do Wyatt's versus the MFT. So I don't know what you're gonna do with this.
That wouldn't even work because you had Nikki Ash. How she
I mean, she don't wrestle no matches, no way.
yeah.
They got to throw the whole baby away on this. I think more than the vision. This because this has not really piqued interest, and that is the worst thing. If you at least pique interest, like the vision, what I wonder what they're gonna do. I mean, you might as well do this, or you might as well do that, or but people tune in and they want to see what the vision is gonna be able to do. Can they function? You don't lost two members of your three. Seth, and you had to act like you had to do the turn early. Then you lost Bronson Reed. Then now you lost Braun Breaker. I mean, I'm sorry. Then you lost Braun Breaker. Then you lost Bronson Reed. So, you know, salute to everything they got going on. But yeah, I'm interested to see.
Yeah.
Whew, I'm starting to get sleepy. Come on, what you got? What you got?
Yeah. That's what happens. These shows oh
Yeah,
man.
they get long.
Oh yeah, the was it Jordan Grace? She had the match with was it Candice LeRae?
Mm.
Um, I don't know what they're doing with Johnny Gargano. This whole I don't know. I'm lost with that.
Yeah, so is the WWE. They think that, eventually we'll just forget about it until they can put him in some sort of pertinent storyline. The problem is with Tommaso Ciampa gone, and you've done nothing but show me he's a tag team wrestler the whole time he's been on main roster. He looks really disproportionate.
Okay. And then what makes it
They
more
look
sad
like
is this is a Triple H guy. He molded them in NXT Gold. You would think he would know exactly what to do.
yeah, but he don't. You know what I'm saying? But he don't. Um, yo, I can't grab the Red Bull, brother. Um, you know, I don't know when Gargano's contract is up, but I don't think he should leave WWE. I almost think he should go back down to NXT.
So you think he should get demoted?
I mean, yeah, because I think the contract. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how the money works. Let me not speculate. But I think on NXT he'll be really good, and he already was, and he wasn't. I mean, we got used to seeing DIY, but he wasn't a DIY guy. He wasn't a tag team guy. He was an individual wrestler.
Yeah.
WWE main roster is never going to give him that run to showcase his talent. Um, but I think NXT would. And even though, yeah, it would be a demotion, if you're into the wrestling aspect, you get to see Johnny Gargano do some fire stuff. So that's why I say that I'm not 100. Ooh, this thing's loosely hanging. I'm sorry, I can't even flip my phone because it's a dating app. So people are like, you put these women randomly on. Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna hold you though. You know what I hate when I match with the world's. There's some people I like when I spin the block and I'm like, I know you, or I know you. I'd be like, do you hit the like again? Did you end on bad terms? You know what I'm saying? Yes, but you gotta be careful of the neck ups
Oh
because
yeah.
that means there's a wide body. You know what I'm saying? It's an 18 wheeler from the neck down. You know what I'm saying? Unless you like big trucks and can handle that, and I'm not saying people can't. Everybody need love, but that's just not the case, man. That's why the divorce rates are high. That's why everybody ain't married. Everybody need love. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody ain't getting love. Take your ass. No. Get the cooking. Get the gymming. Do something. But I say this. Tomorrow night, we have the elimination chamber. And one thing I want to watch for is the interactions and reception of Trick Williams, Javon Evans, big time. I want to see how do they perceive Rhea, which was Gamage's pick, to win the women's elimination chamber. Because I think, they tried to make a big deal when Roman won the Rumble, how many dislikes they had. But once he cut that one promo versus Punk, we're out of here, off to the races, right? So I think with Rhea, it'll be interesting because I think she's a big favorite to win the chamber, but is the crowd going to be on her side? And then watch the reactions as the match happens. Is Trick yeah, JT Trick is the most over. He won't win, and I agree he won't win. If WWE wanted to see people jump out their seats, go ahead and put Trick in the driver's seat heading to WrestleMania. I don't know if I would do that, but if you really wanted to be like throw people off and all that, him or Javon would be the winner. And I would go with Trick because he is definitely the most over. 1-800 whoop that. Next time y'all are on the phones and you're calling your mom, you're calling this, call 1-800 whoop that. And I'll come and I'll take out whoever you need me to drop, you know? And let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things he could do, man. He's just He's good. Trick is good. But Tomas, what else you got, brother? Because you see, I'm doing the hand rub. I'm doing the Birdman hand rub. Are we finished? Or are we done?
I can't think of nothing else the show had. And they were doing a couple of promos. They replayed the AJ Styles
Yeah,
announcement. Yeah, that felt like it might have been it.
I hate
I mean,
seeing
I mean,
people
one
out
thing I
on
wanna,
dates with
the one thing I'll speak on in regards to the Elimination Chamber, at least on the woman's side, the safest person they can pick in that chamber is Tiffany Stratton. But the issue with that is it would be a Cody Drew situation where we've seen it so many times.
right. Yeah, and that's the. I'm be honest. Going into meeting, I don't want to see nothing I've seen already,
Right.
especially multiple times.
Yeah. And then when you look at it, at least with Rhea, she would be really the only person Jade has not fought yet, and on paper would draw a crowd to want to see it.
Yikes. Sometimes I wonder about people like you ugly. You know you've been ugly for years, maybe even decades. You know
Damn,
you're not
that is
photogenic.
crazy.
I mean, I'm just being honest, man. Some people are ugly as sin and they know it. There's no way you can tell me you thought, beauty's on the inside. That's what they tell you. Of course, you've never heard beauty's on the outside because you've never had any beauty there. It's not a place where people would look for it when it comes to you. So, like, I'm not the finest dude. Yeah, Tiny is Tip's wife, and I'll just leave it there. That's his cup of tea. You know, it's his cross to bear. And we all like if someone looked at one of my ex-wives, they'd be like, "Oh, that's it," or they might be like, because I'm looking at her. It is what it is. Anyway, wow. Yo, Jack Nitro is. I'm not even gonna read that comment. Jay won't lose that title until Bianca comes back. I doubt that. Ah, that might be legit. Actually, JT, that
No, because
actually,
now that she's doing therapy,
yeah, the
like
surgery and
now
all
that she's
that.
done, she's on therapy now. Yeah, that is possible.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, they
She'll need a few more. Y'all don't want to do jokes with me, man.
I mean, to be
Y'all
honest, they
don't want to
kind of
do
they kind of need that match too, though.
which one? They need it. Bianca Jade.
I think that like on paper they need that match.
I agree with you. 52. She looks good. Into them bottom pictures. It's a lot of women.
Because I will say that if they would have at least given Jade a couple more title defenses during her run, it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be as bad as it is.
But I think got a wagon back there. Oh, I seen this chick before. Ain't nothing worse than a thirsty chick. Hey, everybody take a drink for these thirsty chicks. I'm very distracted because as a single brother, I'm looking for the next. I'm looking for my female manager. I'm looking for my Sunny. I'm looking to have sunny days. You know what I mean? So, um, but no, um, I forgot where we at. Where we at, Gamash?
Oh, dude, you making me forget.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I'm just out here trying to plug something for this weekend. Um,
No, last thing I mentioned was how WWE needs like the Jade and Bianca match.
I think we're gonna walk into SummerSlam with that. I think that's where you do it. I think Jay should drop the title, pick it right back up after like 4 to 5 weeks, just so it's not such a long run without a lot of defenses. And You build people's resume with multiple championships. And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, John Cena. They're talking about John Cena GOAT. They marketed John Cena as the GOAT. That's crazy. That's insane.
They still say the GOAT. Like, it's like, oh my god. Especially Michael Cole. Gunther
Yeah,
took
John
out
Cena
the
is.
GOAT. The GOAT. So,
Yeah, it's just a marketing tool, man. If you say something long enough, people will believe it. People will mimic it, and it is what it is. So, look at like Z the dropout. You know what I'm saying? Z the
uh,
dropout don't even drop in no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he understands what this is. He understands how serious it will be if I have to put my undisputed title on the line. You know, I would beat the dog breaks off of Z the dropout. You've heard his bars. He's great. He's great with what he does. I would never sit there and say otherwise. Y'all remember what he did with Moose. Um, Bianca might be in the mystery crate. I doubt it because she just had that surgery.
nah,
And
ain't
in
saying,
her
bro.
photos for that surgery, she had pictures. And this is to Trey Washington. What up? What up? What up, brother? No disrespect, neither. I'm just saying, I don't think that that would be likely, being that she just posted the pictures of her surgery on that repaired finger. Even the pictures of it all open, and so um, Naomi coming back is gonna shake the earth.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen now though.
No, but when she comes back, it's gonna be earth shaking. People gonna love Stephanie Vaquer, Stephanie Velcro. You know what I'm saying? I want some Mexican food, food, tacos.
Actually, you know what? If she does come, who do you think will be champion when she comes back?
Jade, and then you get to spin the block on all that.
Well, no. So because she was the world champion for Raw, that's the title she would get the title shot for.
It makes the most sense. That would be Stephanie Vaquer and Liv, but Jade is over there at the WWE Undisputed. So, but you can also, if she can come back around the time of a crown jewel, you know what I mean? They'll have to entangle regardless. At crown jewel. So yeah, man,
We'll
I'm looking
see.
forward to. I'm about to order some wings, brother. Y'all, let me know where you at. Oh, excuse me.
Give me them lemon peppers.
Oh yeah, I'm about to. Oh, I'm gonna take pictures of y'all. No, that's real ignorant. But I didn't understand anything you just said. Yeah, probably not. Our truth has been backstage segments with the mystery crate and what? Yeah, I think that mystery crate would be fire if it was carrying cross
That
and
would be
Scarlet.
that would be fire.
If they were to pop out during the chamber or something or whatever, I think because fans felt very slighted when people always say, WWE, listen to the WWE universe. Yeah, not really. Nah, not really. Like Carrion and Scarlet popping out, I'm with it. Come on, what else we got? We about to be at an hour. You got any last minute? We got to shut the F up. You got to shut the F up.
I don't think I. I don't think I got one. I don't think I got one. If I do, is it my case? Maybe my case again because he still keeps doubling down on Chelsea Green, and it's just like,
Mm,
dude, read the room. Just read the
mm.
room.
All right, I got to shut the F up. My shut the F up is gonna go to against a guy who I said I don't do slander for. It's gonna go against a guy who I got to meet personally. I think he's a great guy. However, I do think his comments were a little disheartening. And there wasn't nothing crazy. He didn't say anything crazy for people to be offended. But as a wrestling fan, to hear that you think like this, it's like, God, my God. And that is to Jey Uso. I saw a little podcast clip where, he was holding on the last spot that he had won. And he was basically saying, they asked him if he'll run it back during the Elimination Chamber, you know, right? And he told him, yeah, if the fans want it, I'll do. Man, we got to understand who the fans are and what brackets are we talking about. Are we talking about the fan that's under 8? Are we talking about the fan that's 9 to 15? Are we talking about the 16 to 21-year-old or 16 to 25? There's got to be these brackets because the fan is definitively different across markets, and then on top of that, across age sectors. So I don't think that being like, yeah, let's just do whatever we want to do when we want to do it is going to pose well for him. And then if you were to go to the Elimination Chamber and run it back, it will make your character look hella dumb because you watch what happened in the Royal Rumble between you and Roman.
And War Games.
So, yeah, I don't. That's my shut the f up. You know, Kamaj, I gotta go, bro. I'm about to fall asleep in this mug.
Same. This would the this is my shut the f up is honestly just the creative in WWE, because if I felt more excited for this WrestleMania season, I wouldn't be feeling sleepy right now.
Mm.
That's just it. I
Mm.
wouldn't. And we are practically gonna wait. What's today's date? We're practically gonna be in March, and the hype for Mania is so dead. Besides what, one match?
One
Yeah, we
match.
got Liv and Stephanie announced after 2 to 3 months later. We only have two confirmed matches and only one we care for. You tell me, does anybody have the same hype for Liv and Stephanie Vicare like Punk and Roman?
There's nothing.
Like they don't
There's
have
no
like
one.
it's nothing to really keep so many people engaged, and that also plays a factor as to why people complain about the ticket prices and why you keep raising it, and yet you're mad that
Mm.
nobody wants to go.
Yeah,
It's,
mm, mm, mm.
do all I can say is just do better and put them ticket prices
Nah.
down.
I get you. Do better. Do better, y'all. But come on. Is that the last thing you got? Cause I'm tapped
Yeah,
out, brother.
that's it for me, man.
Yeah, these shows are long. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so anytime that we go live, you will get the update, and you will get a notification to your phone, so you know when we're going live. We we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then of course after all the PLEs. So make sure you tap in with us if you like. Remember we got a box to open tomorrow, so who knows what is in the box? I'm not trying to get all my I'm not trying to get on my 7 stuff, but what's in the box? What's in the box? Right. So we'll find out what that box is tomorrow as it's the Elimination Chamber on the road to WrestleMania. Uh, we look forward to chatting with y'all. We will see y'all tomorrow. Make sure that as soon as the event ends, you tap in, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tap in right here to Attitude Era Podcast. We will cover the PLE live to make sure that we give you your just due. Um, but outside of that, I ain't got nothing else. Whew.
Same here.
I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah. Hit the like, hit the notification bell, share the broadcast, and we will see y'all tomorrow on the conclusion of the Elimination Chamber. We got some things we want to talk about. Let's talk about it. Until then, peace.